with full of happiness, I stay in front of you. The reason of happiness is I start a new series today. I had a great desire to not to start. Once again I repeat, not to start new series. Even if it is so, automatically one word reached in my mind, that is Vedanipichavar in Malayalam. I have done its Malayalam version. It is its English version. I give name to this English series, The Ones Who Pained Me. When you hear these words, you may suspect that I am taking revenge towards somebody. I will be proclaiming their words and I will be offending them. Actually, it isn't happening in this series. Sorry. However, my earlier series had a desire, same type of one desire is with me when I start this series also. Main desire is you have to have any kind of progress in your life. At least if you hear this video, at least 1 point you have to get. Whatever you haven't got up to now, from that 0 level, you have to get 1 plus point. You may be educated, you may have doctorate, you may be so experienced one. Even if it is so, I believe you will get at least 1 point from this video, and with full of confidence I can say my last 268 videos, it is my 269th video. In those videos, at least 1 plus point you have got. Whatever you have in your whatever you have got in your experience, from that experience 1 plus point, 1 new point you have got in from my all videos. With that kind of thought, I do this series also. As the name indicates, it is about the ones who have pained me from my childhood to this much of time. But there is no need for anybody to worry. I won't say the name of anybody. I won't say the place of original place. I will be changing the place. I will be changing the names. But the matter will be same. If that matter is same, the person who has pained me can realize it. I don't like to make him remind. Why do I do it means, it will be considered as a preaching also. It will be considered as a autobiography of myself. In my previous videos, all subjects I was describing lengthily, widely, thickly. In those videos, I haven't described anything in one or two sentences as a conclusion word. I was spreading it with stories, proverbs, examples, cinema, poems, songs. That kind of everything was in my those episodes, those series, those videos. It will be in this video also. Whom should I say first? Why did I get this kind of thought to start this kind of one series? Because I told you I don't like to start a new series, because I have more than 23 series. So for last 1 year or more than 1 year, I have decided to not to start new series, and the series I was following for last 3 years, it has to have progress. It has to have new episodes. I shouldn't start new series, and the series I had, those ones have to have new episodes. But unexpected time, as I told some minutes ago, one word, Malayalam word, Vedanipichavar, reached in my mind. Its English version is the ones who pained me. When I say about the ones who pained me, if I keep mum, if I keep silence, it may be a goodness for me. But you won't get some points from my experience. I too have slight experience. I am an aged man. In fabrication field also I have approximate more than 30 years experience. My main question is, if I tell about the ones who pained me, one question remains in me: have I pained anybody? Have I pained anybody? Of course, it will have happened. I may say, with my full of sense, I won't have pained anybody. Even if it is so, I have pained, especially 2 incidents I remember perfectly. 3 incidents now reach in my head, in my brain, in this moment. So first of all, I would like to say about the ones whom I have pained. I have pained somebody. If I have pained somebody, I have to ask forgiveness. Then I will be soothed. Then I will be cured. We have so many sickness. because of the improper food, because of the unhealthy life, because of contacting with the other sick persons, we too become sick. We get sickness in so many ways, 2-3 ways I have told just now. But one reason of all sickness is because of hating others. If we hate others, if we keep revenge towards others, it will be lying inside of our body. Especially, we shall say as a local word, it is in our heart. If I give some more concentration, we can say it is in our spirit. This hate, this revenge, this anger, this kind of some minus points, it is with us. It will be kept inside of our spirit. If it has been fulfilled with this kind of minus points, hating others, paining others, revenge towards others, those also will be overflown out of spirit, and it will be lying inside of our body, and it will become as a reason for sickness. If we have some dirty things, it will be kept inside of our body, special parts. Those parts will be damaged. Because of that, we will have pain, or we will have any kind of sickness like that. Earlier I have told, hating others, paining others, revenge towards others, anger towards others, jealous towards others, those also will be kept inside of our body. I told a local language, it is in our heart. Some more local language, it is in our spirit. If it has been fulfilled, it will be overflown out of spirit, and it will be reaching some parts of our body. It will have illness. All illness come because of this kind of hating, this kind of paining, this kind of revenge. I won't say. But some reasons is because of this. Proving this, I say story, not story, it is an incident happened in Kerala. I heard this incident from one man who is preaching in one retreat center. He preached, in between his preaching, he told, so I owe to him his story, I tell to you once again. So I don't have the credit of the story. He told, he's going to so many retreat centers and giving God's words to others. Because of that, so many people would call him, especially the persons who are ready for death. Somebody may be in ICU, somebody may be in ventilator, somebody may be left by doctors, and doctors may say they have no medicine, you can take them back to home. That kind of so many sick persons are there. Those sick persons won't call him because they may be in ICU, they may be in ventilator, they may be in bed in their own home expecting death. But their relatives will make a call. They will say, brother, please pray for my father, or please pray for my mother, please pray for my wife, or please pray for my dear loving ones. And they will say, they are ready for death. If you pray, they may be cured. Even if it is so, sometimes they may have not cured, even if it is so, their pain may come down, or they may get a death very easily, not suffering more pain. So, different types of prayers will be reaching to this preacher, the one who is preaching in different retreat centers. Once he got a call. It was the call from a woman. It was also the call related with the sickness. But he wondered, because it is the first time he gets a call from real sick person. I told, no sick persons call him. Their relatives call him. Sometimes it may be their children, it may be their brothers, sisters, their spouses, or that kind of some relatives were calling him. But it is the first time one woman called him. That woman was sick person. She told him, I have cancer. Doctor has left me. Doctor has asked me to go home. He has told me there is no medicine. She told that kind of some words. She wasn't able to speak, even if it is so she spoke. This person who is giving Jesus Christ's words to others told her, I shall pray for you. Even if it is so, you do one thing. It is the time you have to be with the prayers, especially. You have to forgive to others. Sometimes you may have pained others. He told the word, sometimes you may have pained others. Just remember them. Just pray for them. She quickly answered, I haven't pained anybody. The preacher told him, just think, sometimes 2-3 persons may be there, because you told that you are an agent of LIC. When you go to some houses to take LIC policy with that person, sometimes they may not have taken. Sometimes you may have slightly got pain. Because of that pain, you may have hated them slightly. If you just think for some minutes, then you may think about 2 or 3 persons. Even if it is so, that lady, she didn't agree. She was telling that time also, I haven't pained anybody. I don't remember us pained anybody. Even if it is so, if you have told like this, I shall just think whether I have pained anybody or not. Sometimes, as you told, 2 or 3 persons may be there. Okay, their conversation stopped. Preacher started his preaching to others. He was preaching from one retreat center to another retreat center. Days have gone, weeks have gone, sometimes months may have gone. He forgot her. In between his journey from retreat center to another retreat center, once or twice, he thought about that lady. One lady had asked praise from me. Then he decided, this much of weeks have gone, sometimes months also may have gone, she will have died. Because after that, her calls haven't come. She was also approaching death. Doctor had left him, doctor had left her, and she was in home. Unexpected time, one call came to this preacher. He took the phone. It was the phone of a lady. She told, brother, do you remember me? Brother told, tell me, may I know who you are? She told her name, and she told, some weeks ago or some months ago, I had called you. Then that brother remembered. One lady had called some weeks ago or some months ago, and she had asked for prayer. She told on that day, I have cancer, I am approaching death, doctor has left me, doctor has sent me away from hospital, I am in my bed, I am not able to make a call also, try my best to make a call, and some murmured words are coming. Even if it is so, I spoke with you on that day, and you told me, on that day you told me, sometimes you may have pained anybody. Then I gave answer, no, I didn't pain anybody. Again you told, sometimes just think for some minutes, sometimes 2 or 3 persons may be there. Then I thought, I shall just think about it, because this hate comes in my mind. It may be one reason of sickness. If this hate is going away from me, this revenge is going away from me, this anger is going away from me, this paining mentality towards others going away from me, those deaths, those black colors, those everything will go away from me. Because of that, inside of my heart, inside of my spirit will be glittered, it will be having light. So I tried to remember the ones whom I have pained, I have started to forgive them, I have started to especially pray for them. Preacher asked her, how many people were there? Did you pain 2 or 3 people? How many people? For how many people did you pray? She gave an answer. Actually, now I don't remember that number. It is in between 230 and 120. In between. Sometimes it may be 130, sometimes it may be 230. I don't remember the exact name. She hated this much of person, 130 or 230. She pained this much of person. She got anger towards this much of persons. She got revenge towards this much of person. But when she called him the first time, what was the answer? I haven't pained anybody. Again, preacher compelled her, just think 2-3 minutes, then you will get answer. And he told, sometimes 2-3 persons may be there. Example also, he told that you are a LIC agent. When you go to some houses, sometimes they may take LIC policy, sometimes they may not take. So, because of that, if somebody doesn't take, sometimes you may not like them, you may not have looked at them afterwards. That kind of 2-3 persons may be there. Think about them and forgive them and pray for them. That's only. Then dates will go out from me. But she started to write the name of the ones whom she have pained. First she told, I haven't pained anybody. Afterwards she told, sometimes it may be 2 to 3. Finally, she started to write the names. It was in between 130 or 230. It means sometimes slight pain she may have given to somebody, she has remembered them too. When she remembered these names and when she forgave to these people, when she started to pray for them, and how was her prayer? Bless them, Lord Almighty God. What kind of jealous she will have towards them? Those jealous, against us jealous, she has prayed. She has prayed. If they shouldn't get money, that may be one desire in her mind before this sickness comes towards her. But now she prays, get her, bless them and help them to get more money, help them to get prosperity, help them to get healthy body, help them to get beautiful mind, help them to get education, help them to get good relationships between family members and relatives and towards neighbors and everybody. She concentrated these all people and she prayed. Because of that, hate has gone. When hate goes out, when revenge goes out, when mentality to pain others goes out, debts lying inside of our body, it may have overflown out of spirit, but it is maybe lying in our stomach or chest or lungs or some other parts of body. When it went out, she cured. In this unexpected calling time, she told, I have started to go to work as an LIC agent again. She was an LIC agent. When she was working as LIC agent, she became sick. It realized it was cancer. Finally, doctor left her telling, again, you are in the final stage. You can go back to home. There is no medicine. Medicine isn't there, but the greatest medicine is forgive to others. Pray for others. Don't pain others. Accept pain from others. Accept suffer from others. Accept sorrows from others. Jesus Christ received these all sorrows, these all pains from the world, and he died in cross. Before death, he received the sins of the world. Whatever sins were in this world and whatever sins were ongoing on that time in the world, and whatever sins will be coming out in this world, everything he accepted, he absorbed, he took in his body. Because of that, on that moment, approximately 2000 years ago, one Monday Thursday, after having food, when he was praying in garden with his 3 disciples, he absorbed the sins of the world. Because of that, one time, connection from man to God may have been disconnected. In garden, he prayed, if it is possible, I am going to suffer from this moment to tomorrow, approximately 3 o'clock, afternoon 3 o'clock, when I die, I will have so many pains. Hanging and giving death is a pain finishes within minutes. Shooting and giving death is happening in some countries. It finishes that pain within minutes. In some countries, the sinners neck will be cut using a sword. Only one cut. His body will become 2 parts. Head will be one part, and the bottom side from neck to the leg is another part. That kind of death is there. Within minutes, death will happen. Pain will be finished. In India, most of the time giving sentence to death, hanging. It too happens, death happens, pain finishes within minutes. In somewhere earlier, poison will be injected and will give death. Those all will be finished within minutes. But Jesus Christ's pain started not on Good Friday, I will say it started after having Last Supper. Because of that, when he got sweat in his body, it had been filled with blood. He prayed, if it is possible, please take away this sorrowful, painful cup away from me. But that prayer hasn't been accepted. That prayer couldn't be reached on the proper place because connection from man to Lord has slightly disconnected because of the sins he received, he absorbed from all over the world to his own body. That prayer, sometimes it may be because of that. Sometimes my suspicious mind tells because of that prayer hasn't been received, that prayer hasn't been heard. Another thing, if he doesn't suffer this pain, the ones who have sinned and the ones who are sinning and the ones who are going to sin won't be escaped, won't be reaching in heaven. Everybody has to reach in heaven. Nobody should be taken to hell. That is the will of Lord Almighty God. So, because of these two reasons, those prayers haven't been received at Lord Almighty God's place. What was I telling? What did I say? How did I reach in this paining mentality? We have to pray for others. We shouldn't pain others. And we have to accept pains. We have to receive pains from others. We have to receive sorrows from others. We shouldn't pain anybody. Then dirty things won't be in our mind. Dirty things will go out and brightness, health, all kind of goodness will reach in our body. So, automatically we may be cured. In this moment, I haven't told about the ones who haven't pained me, but time is gone. Because of that, I stop. In my coming episode, I will start with the ones who pained me. Before telling about the one who pained me, I will tell about the person whom I have pained. So, I think you got a point when I told the story of that woman. Reason of our sickness is we keep jealous in our mind. We keep anger towards others. That is in our mind. We have revenge towards others. That is in our mind. We pain others. Instead of that, we have to hunger for their happiness. We shall help them. We shall hunger for their prosperity. then deaths will go out from them, and our sickness also will go out from them. In coming episode, I shall tell about the ones who have pained me, also the person whom I have pained. Thank you very much.